Most people grew up with an idea of Africa that never got updated. One continent, one story, usually involving a safari and not much else. And that idea shows up in the same questions, over and over. Do you have electricity over there? Do you have schools? Roads? Wi-Fi? Real questions from real people who genuinely have no idea what they're asking. And no, before you ask, I don't know Timothy. From South Africa. Most of these questions aren't malicious. People just never updated the picture. So today, we're going through 7 of the most common things people still get wrong about Africa in 2026, starting with the most surprising, ending with the one that explains all the others. Let's fix this. Number 7. Do you live in a mud hut? Lagos has more skyscrapers than most cities you've actually heard of. Nairobi has a stock exchange, a metro rail system, and a skyline that shows up in Marvel movies. Literally, Black Panther's Wakanda pulled visual inspiration from real African cities. Some people still live traditionally, by choice, the same way people in Montana live on ranches by choice. That's not instead of modern life, that's alongside it. Number 6. Do you even have clean water? Okay, this one I actually want to be honest with you about, instead of just making a joke. Because in some places, the answer is genuinely not reliably. Water access is a real issue in parts of the continent, but here's the part people skip. In South Africa, over 99% of urban residents have piped water access. That's on par with most of Europe. In other countries, it's a real, serious gap that people are actively fighting to close. The problem was never, Africa has no water. The problem is treating 54 different countries with 54 different infrastructures like they're all the same story. They're not. Number 5. Do you even have electricity? Yes, I'm filming this video with it. Lagos alone has more tech startups than most entire countries, over 600 of them. Google and Microsoft both have offices there. Nairobi's nickname isn't the village, it's Silicon Savannah, because that's literally where M-Pesa was invented, the mobile payment system the rest of the world eventually copied. You're not more connected than us, you're just late. Number 4. Do you go to school? Also yes. Also, statistically, probably a harder one than yours. Some of the most competitive academic systems in the world are on this continent. If you think our schools are behind, you've never seen a Nigerian final exam. Number 3. Are there lions just walking around? Okay, this one's my favorite, because there's actually one place where that's kind of true. Nairobi, a capital city with skyscrapers, traffic, a stock exchange, also has an actual national park inside the city limits. Real lions, real giraffes, with the skyline in the background. But that's not because people live next to wildlife by accident. That's a national park, on purpose, in a city. Most of us have never seen a lion outside a documentary either. Number 2. It must be so sad there. We get asked this like the whole continent is one long documentary about suffering. Yes, there are real challenges. Poverty exists. War exists. So does every single other continent's version of both of those things. But we also have weddings, fashion weeks, music that the rest of the world keeps stealing and rebranding, billion-dollar film industries. We're not a cautionary tale. We're just a place people forgot to update their idea of. Number 1. You're from Africa. Do you know? And here we are. Africa isn't a country. It's 54 of them. Nigeria and Kenya are as different from each other as Germany and Brazil. Asking if I know someone from Africa is like asking a random American if they know your cousin in Europe. We don't all live in the same village. We don't all know each other. And no, still, I don't know Timothy. One continent, 54 countries. 0 excuses left for not knowing the difference. If you learned something, or laughed at something you've actually been asked, subscribe to the History Vault. And if you want the deep history behind everything people still get wrong about this continent, go watch 10 Lies You Were Taught About African History. This was just the warm-up.